Hello, and welcome to another episode of Psychic Sunday. This is your host, Reverend Erin-Ashley Carty, also known as Rev EA or Rev Carty. All right, today we're going to talk about what to do when your intuition goes quiet. Have you ever had this happen? You were just doing your own thing. You had your intuition, it was on fire. You could hear your guides and the universe's guidance for you so clearly. You knew what actions to take. Everything seemed obvious and clear to you. Then one day you wake up and whoop, no intuition. It feels like it's like you're psychically blind and you feel like you have no guidance at all. What do you do when that happens? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in this episode of Psychic Sunday. All right, so what we're going to talk about, we're going to cover the top 3 reasons that your intuition goes quiet, how to reestablish an intuitive connection once it's gone quiet, and then how to prevent interruptions in your intuitive connection in the future. All right, so first, the top 3 reasons your intuition goes quiet. First reason, you've grown intuitively, psychically. You've grown in your intuitive capabilities, and you are expecting your intuition to come to you, your intuitive knowing to come to you the same way that it used to. And the reason this is a problem is sometimes the way that the guides reach us shifts and changes over time. So sometimes it goes quiet simply because you're expecting it to come the way it used to, and it started to come a new way, and you just haven't figured out what that is yet. The second reason that your intuition might be quiet is that you have ignored it. Your intuition was coming in clearly and loudly, and then you didn't follow through, you didn't trust it, you didn't act on it. And so the guides got quiet because this was an ineffective way to reach you, to assist you on your journey on Earth. All right, number 3, it's time for an intention and or life goal review. Sometimes your intuition doesn't give you clear guidance. You don't get guidance from the guides or the universe or your own internal knowing because you've shifted and changed to the point that it's time for some self-reflection, and it's time to create new intentions for your life or new goals for you to work on attaining, work on aligning with. So those are the 3 most common reasons. Let's now talk about how to reestablish a connection if any of those 3 things have happened to you. First, if you've grown psychically and you are no longer receiving messages, or you feel like you might be, but you don't know what they are. It seems like your intuition has moved, so to speak. You'll want to practice seeing where it is coming through, especially if you've taken the time to develop your intuition before. You'll want to revisit the basics. So you will want to inventory whether you are seeing something in your mind's eye whenever you ask for intuitive guidance, whether you are feeling something in your physical body, whether you're hearing something similar to thoughts, but it's not going to quite feel like your thought, or whether you know something deep inside. So it's usually a shift. So if you're used to knowing intuitive guidance, like you know what to do and it feels certain and clear, then you might have shifted to seeing or feeling or hearing. So go ahead and explore where it is coming through. And no matter how small that intuitive filter comes through for you, whether it's seeing, feeling, hearing, or knowing, send gratitude and honor the shift. Sometimes this happens. This is a normal course of action for life. A few months ago, about 6 months ago, my intuitive style shifted and changed. I went from deeply feeling to seeing a lot more. So I used to feel very deeply, and I would experience a lot of sensations and a lot of emotions. Now I see quite a bit more than I feel. So I'll get a lot of images and I will hear a lot of noise, whether it's thought or a song or anything like that. And that guides my intuition now, but it took me a few months to get used to it because I was so used to feeling. So that's first. You want to see if it's just shifted, how it's coming through for you. The second thing that happens is you've ignored it. Now, a lot of us have gone through this, so if this is you, please don't beat yourself up for this. This is normal. We incarnate as human, and part of being human is having doubts, having insecurities, or just not taking action when we know we're being called to. So sometimes it does get quiet from lack of use because you've trained your body-mind to ignore intuition, and so it doesn't come through as strongly. So if this describes you, you want to reflect on this question. Take about 3 to 5 minutes. Go ahead and pause this video now if this describes you at all. What is one action your intuition has guided you to do, you know you should do deep in your heart, but you have not done yet? You've neglected to do it. Go ahead and pause this and journal that out just a little bit. I can wait. Okay, I'm assuming that if this resonated with you, you've taken the time to reflect a little bit. You want to send gratitude to your intuition and your guides for this sacred guidance, even if you haven't taken action on it yet. Then, as soon as you can, take action. If there's something even small, even if it's super tiny, even if it's as simple as a Google search or scheduling it in your calendar or sending an email to someone, go ahead and take that action now. And just a reminder that if you aren't sure which action to take, or you don't know what to start, or you don't know, or if you don't feel like you have enough confidence to take action with the information you have right now, simply ask for more guidance. Send a prayer. Ask for confidence if you feel like you're lacking confidence. Ask for a smaller step if the steps seem too big. Whatever it is, feel free to ask so you can gain more clarity and you can take action. And then as soon as it's in a step that you can actually take action, as soon as it's in that space where you know you can take that action immediately. And the third way is it's a time for you to set a new intention or a new goal. So this comes up if you've either completed or you've shifted enough internally that you need some new intentions, you need some new goals. The way intuition is supposed to work is you have something that you're striving towards. And then you say to your guides, or your spirit says to your guides, okay, this is what we're going towards. And then the guides assist you. A lot of times at the very beginning of our spiritual journeys, we are asked to receive guidance just to get us mostly on track. We're so disconnected from source that we have to spend the first portion of our spiritual journey listening to our intuition to simply get on track. Once we are on track, then we can delve into our heart's desires, our spirit's desires for what we truly wish to create for ourselves and the world, and we can set a new intention and goal that's aligned with our spirit, that's aligned with our heart. And then the guides will step up and assist us with creating it. And this is a really beautiful partnership. This is where we get to be true co-creators with our guides and with the universe. So if this is where you are at, take the time to explore what you truly desire, and then write those intentions or goals down where you can see them daily. And then every single day, send the intentions or goals, love and light, while envisioning them as already done. From there, you will begin to get more intuitive nudges and intuitive insight so that you can take appropriate action to create the reality that your hearts desire. Okay, now how to prevent interruptions. Let's say you had an interruption in your intuitive connection and you don't want that to happen again, or you haven't yet and you just still don't really think that sounds very fun. Good job, I think that's wonderful. So here are 3 things that you can do to allow yourself to prevent interruptions as best as possible. So first off, you want to take action on the guidance you receive as quickly as you reasonably can. This includes praying for more specifics or ways to develop the confidence or anything else that you need to take action. Prayer is an action, as is meditation. So please remember that you are given an action that you can take, usually a little bit before you can actually take the action, but you want to stay alert for the time that you can take action on the guidance you receive. Sometimes you can take an immediate action. So be open to that and be gentle with yourself as you go through the process, and pray for clarity anytime you aren't quite sure which action to take. Next, you want to immediately send gratitude whenever you receive intuitive information you understand and can take action on. So if you receive any type of intuitive communication, send gratitude. Gratitude is one of the highest vibration emotions that you can access, and that lets the universe know that you want more intuitive information. Next, And last, stay aligned with your goals by releasing what no longer serves you, whether it's resentment, old habits that aren't healthy for you, relationships that are no longer supportive of your energy or the other individual. Hint, by the way, if a relationship does not serve you, it cannot serve the other person either. So if it's not serving both of you, it is not a healthy relationship. Just be willing to release what no longer serves you, and Spirit will guide you to the best way to do so. And that's how you can stay aligned and clear the way. And now to you. Share your experiences with reconnecting with your intuition. So if you've ever been through this process where you felt disconnected from your intuition and then you were able to reconnect, please share in the comments below. That will allow others to understand themselves more deeply. And it's always beautiful seeing other people's methods for reconnecting. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to get more from Spiritual Mechanic or these Psychic Sunday episodes.